Aiana, I am 20 years old and study at London Southbank University. I am currently unemployed and have been for the last 6 months. On this journey, I am going to gather opinions and advice for students like me that are looking for a job. The first stop on my list today is the job shop in the student center. I spoke to Sarah Goddard, who did not want to be filmed but was willing to advise me.
If you're looking for advice, what I would say is when you first come in the first year, if you want part-time work, it's to register with our service. So that means registering with our job shop online. So registering your name, that will start sending out any jobs, any opportunities available to you via that. And you can also go and search online for vacancies. So then once you're in your first year, I'd be looking out for opportunities to come and speak to one of the advisors about what kind of careers you might be able to go into, what kind of skills you want to use, what's available with your degree. So you've got an idea of maybe where you want to go down. My CV!
I'm now off to the Learning Resource Center to write up my CV and get opinions from students.
My name is Rory and I currently study business administration.
And are you currently employed?
I am.
What do you think of the way you're treated?
I think that it could be slightly better, to be honest, because although I'm working on like a fixed contract or part-time contract even, there are like no kind of loyalties to people that remain at the company for longer than like 2 years or so.
And how hard was it for you to find a job?
Well, I got my first job at 19. Since joining university, it took me like 2 years to get a job. It was difficult, but I think it was worth like the struggle to get a job.
And do you think at any point university was in your way?
Of work, I wouldn't say universities stop me from working at all, because like I'm allowed to accept shifts and also decline them, so that wouldn't have any impact on my studies or anything like that, or my job.
What's your name and what do you study?
I'm Silva and I'm studying Multimedia Journalism.
And are you currently employed?
I'm not.
Have you tried to look for a job?
Yeah, I have.
And do you think university gets in the way of trying to find a job?
I think with the amount of hours you're in university and also with all the outside work that you have to do on top of that, it can sometimes cause issues.
So what's your name and what do you study?
Chris Barnes, I'm studying multimedia journalism.
Are you currently employed?
I am indeed.
And when was the last time you were unemployed?
Just before, so May 2014.
And what was it like being unemployed and being young?
It didn't, well, like, up to that point it was okay, because I was only really unemployed from September 2013 to May, because I just didn't really want to work during the first year of uni. And then when I did want to work, I couldn't find a job, because no one was really hiring when I was looking around Christmas time. But before that, I worked in a pub and a golf club. But like previously, I was a bit too young. I didn't like serving the kind of people I had to serve at this golf club. It was like a private members golf club, so it was mostly full of ourselves. But you had to be like, oh, afternoon, sir, that kind of bollocks. I had to wear a bow tie. I hated that. And my boss used to call me in to do like maybe 10-hour shifts, and I'd get there and she'd send me back after 3, or she'd ask me to come in and do like an 8-hour shift, and I'd be there for at least like sometimes 13 hours. It was just like a bit. It wasn't. Well, I wouldn't say it's like exploitation, but it just took a lot from me because I was working on a farm at that point as well. So it was like trying to keep both those going at that time.
Would you say that university gets in the way of your work now?
Not particularly, because it's all to do with balance for me. So I try and balance out like my work at uni and my work at the pub as well, which I find it's not. Sometimes it's not easy because like sometimes you need to like commit to uni projects, sometimes to pub short staff, but usually you can balance it quite well. It works for me anyway.
According to Parliament UK, 754,000 young people aged 16 to 24 were unemployed in August to October 2014. The unemployment rate for 16 to 24-year-olds was 16.6%, unchanged from the previous quarter and down 4.1 percentage points from the previous year.
Hi Lucy, this is Aiana. Thanks for getting back to me. Yeah, can we arrange a meeting for today? I'm on London Bridge at the moment. Okay, I'll be with you in 30 minutes. Okay.
Excluding people in full-time education, there were 506,000 unemployed 16 to 24-year-olds in August to October 2014.
I'm Lucy Ferguson, I'm Director of Mediarite. Mediarite is a creative agency and a social enterprise.
Hello. Hello. I'm Aiana. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Sit down.
Thank you.
I think youth unemployment is a really big problem at the moment because there's a lot of young people coming out of degrees that are more debt now than they've ever had before. There's young people finishing apprenticeships and coming out of school and not being able to find work, and they're not being able to find work in what they want to do. They're ending up having to fight for jobs in Tesco's or jobs in care homes, and that doesn't seem fair. It's a very unfair marketplace for young people at the moment.
So what do you think, why do you think that's happening?
One of the reasons that it could be happening is because we're coming out of a recession and businesses have been able to choose highly skilled older people for lower paid roles, and maybe they've lost a number of job roles that would have been entry level for young people, or maybe it's just that they can't be bothered to invest their time in young people, and they had some experience and they had a really good attitude and they knew the basics of the technical skills we need for filmmaking. I would look on them a lot more positively than someone who had a degree but had no experience, couldn't show me anything, couldn't talk me through anything they'd done. And you do meet quite a lot of people with degrees that come across as being really entitled. So, you know, I've just spent 3 years getting my degree, I'm not going to make you a cup of tea. So it doesn't mean that you should expect to have to make cups of tea, but I make people cups of tea, and if you're going to come into a business, you have to be mindful of the fact that you're going to go in at an entry-level job, so being positive, making yourself useful is much more important than coming in and saying, I know everything about this particular skill, or I've got a degree, I understand this particular thing, because it doesn't necessarily transpire to skills that are useful.
In regards to long-term youth unemployment, 218,000 people aged 16 to 24 had been unemployed for over 12 months in August to October 2014.
interviews today have definitely given me knowledge and helped me understand the aspects of finding a decent job and the impact it can have when studying at university.
I would just like to take this moment to thank my mum, my dad, my grandpa, and just everyone that supported me in getting this Oscar. Thank you very much.